Today, November 25, 2025, we mourn the loss of a legend. Jimmy Cliff, gone at 81. The world feels a little dimmer, the air a little heavier, as we say goodbye to a man whose music was a guiding light for so many. His passing marks the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new chapter, one where his spirit lives on in every note, every lyric, and every heart he touched. A beacon of hope, his voice touched millions, and his passing leaves the world quieter. Across continents, fans gather in parks, concert halls, and living rooms, united in grief, but also in gratitude. The sound of his music drifts through the air, a reminder that even in sorrow, there is beauty and connection. His wife, Latifah Chambers, shared that he left us after a seizure and a battle with pneumonia. In her words, he faced his final days with the same courage and grace that defined his life. Surrounded by loved ones, he found peace, leaving behind a legacy that will never fade. But today, we celebrate a life lived with purpose and passion. Jimmy Cliff's music was more than entertainment. It was a call to action, a source of comfort, and a spark of joy. His concerts were celebrations of life, where strangers became friends and hope was rekindled. Jimmy Cliff was more than a singer. He was a storyteller, a freedom fighter, a spiritual guide. Through his songs, he gave voice to the voiceless and strength to the weary. He spoke of struggle, but also of triumph, reminding us that every hardship can be overcome. His music bridged continents, connecting Jamaica to the world. From Kingston to London, from Lagos to Los Angeles, his rhythms and messages resonated with people of all backgrounds. He brought reggae to the global stage, making it a language of unity and resistance. He taught us that our voices matter, and that courage can overcome any obstacle. Whether marching for justice or singing for peace, Jimmy Cliff inspired generations to stand tall and speak out. His songs became anthems for movements, and his presence gave hope to the hopeless. From humble beginnings, he became a global icon, giving us anthems for our lives. His journey from the streets of St. James Parish to the world's biggest stages is a testament to the power of dreams and determination. He showed us that greatness can come from anywhere, and that every voice has the power to change the world. His rebellious spirit was rooted in love for justice and equality. He never shied away from speaking truth to power, using his platform to fight for a better world. His activism was inseparable from his art, and his songs continue to inspire those who seek justice and peace. Let's be grateful for the gift of his music and the lessons he shared. Each record, each lyric is a treasure, a reminder to love deeply, to fight bravely, and to never lose hope. As we listen to his songs, we keep his spirit alive in our hearts and in our communities. Though he's gone, his energy and message live on. The world may have lost a legend, but his influence is everywhere, in the laughter of children, the unity of crowds, and the quiet moments when his music brings comfort. His songs remind us of our strength and potential. They lift us up when we are down, and they give us courage to face the future. In every corner of the globe, his melodies continue to inspire new generations to dream, to dance, and to believe in a better tomorrow. Jimmy Cliff's legacy will inspire dreamers for generations. As we remember him today, let us carry forward his message of hope, unity, and love. The light he brought to the world will never truly go out, as long as we keep playing his music and living by his example. Every legend starts somewhere. Sometimes it's in the most unexpected of places. A small village, a humble home, a quiet moment that sparks a lifelong journey. For some, greatness is born not from privilege, but from the simple dreams of a child with a heart full of hope. For Jimmy Cliff, that place was Somerton, Jamaica, a village nestled among rolling green hills, where the air is thick with the scent of sugarcane, and the sound of laughter drifts on the breeze. Life here was simple, but the spirit of the people was vibrant and strong. Born James Chambers, he grew up surrounded by the rhythms of church music, where every Sunday the community gathered to sing, pray, and celebrate. It was here, in the echoing halls of the local church, that his voice first soared above the congregation, hinting at the greatness to come. As a choir boy, Jimmy learned the power of melody and the strength found in unity. The harmonies he sang with his friends became the foundation for his lifelong love of music, teaching him that every note could carry a message, every song could bring people together. Even as a child, his dreams outgrew his small town. He would gaze out over the hills, imagining a world beyond the horizon, a place where his voice could reach far beyond the fields and valleys of Somerton. At just 14, with little more than a suitcase and a burning desire to sing, he took a leap of faith. He boarded a bus bound for Kingston, the bustling heart of Jamaica's music scene, determined to chase his musical ambitions and make his mark on the world. Kingston was a world apart from Somerton, loud, chaotic, and full of opportunity and challenge. The city's streets pulsed with energy, but for a young dreamer, it could be unforgiving. Jimmy faced rejection after rejection, hustling for every chance to be heard, never letting setbacks break his spirit. He adopted the name Cliff, a symbol of his promise to himself, to climb higher, to rise above every obstacle, and to reach for heights no one from his village had ever imagined. The struggle of those early days forged his resilience and determination. Each challenge became a lesson, each disappointment a stepping stone, shaping him into the artist and the man he would become. His story reminds us that beginnings don't define endings. It's not where you start, but how you rise, how you keep moving forward, that truly matters. Passion and persistence unlock potential. With every song, every performance, Jimmy poured his soul into his music, determined to share his message with the world. He left home with only talent and belief. No guarantees, no safety net, just the courage to follow his dream wherever it might lead. That first journey, from the quiet countryside to the vibrant city, was more than a change of scenery. It was a rite of passage, a test of faith, and the beginning of a story that would inspire generations. Jimmy Cliff's dream was just beginning, and the world was about to hear his voice. In Kingston, the air was thick with possibility. The city pulsed with energy, its streets alive with the sounds of horns, laughter, and the steady beat of music drifting from every corner. For a young Jimmy Cliff, arriving in this vibrant capital was like stepping into a world where dreams could finally take root. Jimmy Cliff dove into a city alive with musical change. The music district was a melting pot, where aspiring singers, seasoned musicians, and producers mingled, sharing stories and rhythms late into the night. Every day brought new inspiration, and Jimmy soaked it all in, eager to find his place. Jamaica was shifting from ska to rocksteady, and Jimmy was at the heart of it. The island's youth were restless, searching for a sound that spoke to their experiences. Jimmy listened, learned, and began to shape his own unique voice, blending the old with the new. He wrote songs about real life, struggles, joys, hopes. His lyrics captured the spirit of the people, telling stories of hardship and resilience, of dreams deferred and dreams realized. Each line was a reflection of the world around him, honest and unfiltered. His partnership with producer Leslie Kong was magic, launching his first hits. Together, they experimented with new sounds, pushing the boundaries of what Jamaican music could be. Leslie recognized Jimmy's raw talent and gave him the freedom to explore, to take risks, and to grow. His voice, raw, emotional, and powerful, couldn't be ignored. Whether in the studio or on stage, Jimmy poured his soul into every note, captivating everyone who listened. His performances were electric, filled with passion and conviction. Jimmy helped shape reggae, blending Jamaican roots with soul, gospel, and folk. He drew from the rhythms of his childhood, the hymns of the church, and the stories of his community, creating a sound that was both deeply personal and universally resonant. His music built bridges, making reggae a universal language. Audiences from all walks of life found themselves moved by his songs, united by the rhythms and messages that transcended borders and backgrounds. This was a time of discovery, of sound, message, and identity. Jimmy and his peers experimented fearlessly, searching for new ways to express themselves and to connect with listeners. Every recording session was an adventure, every song a step closer to finding his true voice. Jimmy Cliff was no longer just a hopeful boy. He was becoming a leader in a cultural revolution. His determination and vision inspired others, and his music became a rallying cry for change and unity. He found his voice, and the world was listening. With every performance, he drew more people into his orbit, leaving a lasting impression on everyone who heard him. The foundation for his legendary career was set. Jimmy Cliff's journey had only just begun, but already his music was echoing far beyond the streets of Kingston, promising a future where his voice would help shape the sound of a generation. Jimmy Cliff's songs are more than music, they're anthems of hope and resilience. "You can get it if you really want" inspires us to chase our dreams. "Many Rivers to Cross" captures the pain and faith of enduring hardship. His music comforted countless people in their darkest moments. Cliff's songs spoke out against injustice. Vietnam was hailed by Bob Dylan as a top protest song. He called for unity and peace in Wonderful World, Beautiful People. And with tracks like Reggae Night, he brought pure joy. From The Harder They Come to I Can See Clearly Now, his catalog is a timeless soundtrack. His music is a gift that will be cherished for generations. Jimmy Cliff's songs lift the world. In 1972, Jimmy Cliff starred in The Harder They Come, changing music history. As Ivan, he embodied the dreams and struggles of a generation. The film's gritty realism and vibrant soundtrack, led by Cliff, captivated audiences. It became a cult classic, introducing reggae to the world. The title track became an anthem of resilience for underdogs everywhere. Songs like You Can Get It If You Really Want and Many Rivers to Cross reached millions. Cliff became the international face of reggae, opening doors for others. He proved a story from Jamaica could have universal appeal. The Harder They Come announced reggae's arrival on the world stage. Jimmy Cliff delivered the message. Jimmy Cliff never wanted to be confined to one genre. He saw himself as the king of music, blending reggae, soul, R&B, folk, and pop. His curiosity and love for all music kept his sound fresh for decades. By fusing styles, he built bridges to new audiences. His melodies and lyrics reached beyond reggae fans, touching hearts everywhere. Cliff's refusal to be pigeonholed is a lesson in creative freedom. He followed his instincts, creating a diverse, brilliant body of work. His Grammy recognized not just reggae, but his impact on all music. Jimmy Cliff truly became a king without borders. At his core, Jimmy Cliff was a messenger for justice. He used music to speak out against inequality and oppression. His songs gave a voice to the voiceless, telling stories of struggle and hope. The Harder They Come became an anthem for the marginalized. Cliff's activism wasn't limited to Jamaica. He sang for global peace and unity. Vietnam was a bold anti-war statement. Wonderful world, beautiful people dreamed of harmony. His music challenged, inspired, and called us to action. He showed that art can drive social change. Jimmy Cliff was a true artist activist, and his message remains urgent today. His cause was humanity. Hope runs through every note of Jimmy Cliff's music. He turned struggle into art, creating songs that shine light in dark times. I Can See Clearly Now is pure joy, a celebration of overcoming storms. Many Rivers to Cross is a modern psalm of faith and redemption. Cliff's music is honest about pain, but always returns to hope. He believed every challenge was a chance to grow. His songs offer comfort and strength, reminding us to keep believing. Jimmy Cliff's greatest gift was his unwavering optimism. His music is a beacon for anyone facing their own rivers. That hope will play on forever. As we say farewell to Jimmy Cliff, we honor a legacy as vast as the ocean. He transformed reggae from a local sound to a global language. Cliff paved the way for Bob Marley and countless others. His influence is woven into the fabric of world music. His message of hope and resilience endures. He inspired millions to believe in their dreams. People will remember his authenticity, his passion, and his joy. Jimmy Cliff's light may have dimmed, but his music glows on. He left us a map in his songs, a guide for our own journeys. His beat goes on.